live. We live. We back. We back. Okay. Back in here. Pocket Watching Wednesday. The first annual Pocket Watch Wednesday. Okay. Basically to break this down. We just gonna be in here learning the difference between to properly pocket watch. Okay? Because there's a lame way of pocket watching, and then there's the right way of pocket watching. See, the lame way is you pocket watch to hate on somebody. You know what I'm saying? You want to know how much that person making because you feel like they shouldn't be making that much. So you just hating on them. Like you hear about some guy's contract, he making $50 million a year. You like, yo, he a bum. He shouldn't be making that money. You a hater. You a hater. Even if that dude is a bum, you can say he's a bum, but don't be a hater about it. You know what I'm saying? And then the correct way of pocket watching is you understanding the market value and the market price of something. You know, it's different. You trying to be informative. You trying to know and have the knowledge of what's going on in the market. So a prime example of this, right? The prime example of this, before I start the agent video on how to pocket watch streamers and YouTubers. This is how you pocket watch in your average day, your average life. Sorry. This is how you pocket watching in real life. I'm about to show you this real quick. Alright? This is how you pocket watch in real life. Okay, I'm a shift supervisor. I don't know why. Excuse that. Excuse that by all means. Boom. Okay. So I'm a shift supervisor, right? This is how much they make per year. Okay? That's the market for shift supervisors in the retail space. Right? This is the general per year what a shift supervisor is making across the United States. Alright? 34,000. Over 34,000. That's how much they making. Right? $17 per hour. I make $19 an hour. Okay? $19 an hour. I'm basically $2 above the market. I'm $2 above the market. Okay? I'm slightly above average. Just like my dick size. Okay? I'm slightly above average. Alright? 17 an hour. That's the average across America. I make 19. So you do with that what you want. I can't show that. But I'm in a good range right now. That's how you pocket watch correctly. Okay? You pocket watch the market value in your field. Okay? And you don't hate on niggas that's getting a certain amount. Okay? You don't hate on niggas that's getting a certain amount. I make 19 an hour. Which means it'd be absurd for me to hate on a nigga that's making 17. Why I hate on a nigga that's making 17? If I'm making 19, I'm already making more. You feel me? I'm already making more than the average shift supervisor. So it makes no sense to even hate on somebody making 17. It don't make sense to hate on somebody making 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 an hour. Okay? That's improper pocket watching. That's dick riding. Okay? That's dick riding. That's negative glaze. Okay? We don't want to do that. You don't want to get towards that. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy. Don't be a weirdo. Don't be negative glazing, dick riding because somebody's making more than you. Or you feel like somebody's in your range and they shouldn't be. Worry about you. Mind your business. Worry about you and your price. That's what I learned in my life. Now, we're going to go to the agent video. We're going to react to the agent video. Okay, Agent did this video at Streaming University. We're going to pocket watch Agent after this video. because he did outstanding work with this video. Shout out to Agent. I hope one day to meet Agent.
In the past at college, I've struggled with using the same words again and again in my essays. I do a lot of writing, and tools like Grammarly are essential. Grammarly is an
Come on in, man. Come on in. Thank you for making it. Thank you for making it. Professor Agent. Professor Agent.
So sorry.
Professor Agent.
Nice to meet you.
It's Professor Agent.
Nice to meet you.
Yep. Oh wow. Yep. It's gonna be packed. Oh yeah. Nice to.
walked up the stairs.
Oh, the elevator works too. Nice to see you guys again. Professor Agent. How do you expect to see this?
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. You're serious about learning, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I want to hear.
I'm ready to learn.
Cause you're not bullshit.
No, I'm not bullshit. I'm not
I'm
bullshit.
about to say, cause it's a generous, small leprechaun that pay for everybody tuition, bro.
Yeah, no,
you
bro.
don't want to bullshit, bro. You don't want to bullshit.
I ain't even have financial aid. You know, Donald Trump. You know, they canceled it. See how you get here?
They did?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Damn.
So Kai's my only hope.
Okay, well, hey, we gotta get this class started. Just tee up, man. Welcome to Pocket Watching 101. Today, we're learning how to watch pockets, man. It's pretty simple. By the end of this class, you should be able to look at the person beside you and have an exact estimate on how much money they make as a content creator. It's not hard. All the information is publicly accessible. You just need the framework. So we're gonna do some exercises to help you guys get right so that everybody can become a professional pocket watcher. Okay? I'm gonna give you an example of a rough month I had where I lost a lot of money, and then a good month I had where I made a lot of money.
Alright, so this is Agent basically breaking down what was going on with him, with his money during his little marathon. I think this was back in January. You know, that's the expenses. See, now this is when you know you a rich ass nigga. When your expenses is $350,000. $350,000. That's your expenses, my nigga. That's your expenses, bro. Agent bringing in $1 million a month. We're gonna get to that.
Just to give you an idea of what my pockets look like so you could better watch other people's pockets. Okay? Only reason I'm really showing this is because, like, as you make more money, there's some people that actually just pocket the difference, but I'm a content creator. I've been a content creator since I was 12. I like to be able to do cool shit. So you don't get a chance to do that unless you start generating real revenue. In the months where I generate more revenue, I do cooler shit. In the months where it's a little bit slower, I had to slow it down. It's a business at the end of the day. You can't run out of money, otherwise you had to sell your house. If there's a company I like, I DM them. I DM'd Cinnabon 4 days ago. I DM'd Popeyes last month. I did a deal with them last week. So I just reach out. So this was a rough month for me, January, in terms of revenue. Chat, you know this. We had the weight loss marathon this month. It was expensive, bro. The house rental alone was $80,000. It was another $80,000 on top of the rest of the expenses just for that marathon. I had to lose 25 pounds in 10 days. I gained all the weight back. But it was great content though. It was fantastic content, and that's all that mattered. And there was the rest of the expenses during the month. The different segments that you do. Anytime you need to rent something, buy something, move something, transport something, flights you're booking for people, the team that you have, the payroll. It's a business, bro, so there's gonna be a lot of expenses, and it tallied up to $350,000, my nigga. It's a lot, bro.
Was any of that a write-off?
All of it is write-off. Every business expense is write-off. This whole thing, yeah. My personal expenses not in this.
See, that was some quick game right there. That was some quick game right there. That was some quick game. Don't let that go over. Everything was a write-off. Everything. Which means he done LLC'd everything that he got going on. Just keep up with this.
Because that would be personal revenue. It's okay to spend money on idea, even if you think it's not gonna make money. The reason why this was such a loser for us in terms of profit was because January has notoriously bad ads. And we didn't anticipate it was gonna be that bad. If we do this in December, the weight loss marathon would have been very profitable. Companies don't pay for a lot of ads in the quarter one, January, February, March. So what you want to do is, so it's like you're still going to make content. You're not going to not make content in those months. But I didn't realize how big of a difference it was going to be. And at the time, I think some niggas pull ads from Twitch. It was just a bad time for ads. And so I lost maybe like $100,000 on that. And I wasn't able to make the money back in the rest of the month, which is okay because I was happy with the content, though. That's what I'm saying. That's the whole point of today's lesson is like, yo, it's cool to lose money as long as you're happy with the content, because there's going to be other ideas you have that make money that's not that high lift, that's not that high production. This is what the revenue looked like for January on Twitch. You could tell it's a marathon because I had 300-hour stream.
That's how much he made on Twitch. That's $127,631. I think that's 69 cents. These niggas making some money. Hold on.
Marathon because I had 300-hour stream. I really want y'all to focus in on this though. This is why I'm saying ads are really underrated. Do you see this purple section here? Those are ads. If I remove the ads, my budget is eviscerated. So I'm saying it's underrated because it's the main way I get to do cool stuff. It also helps convert subscribers because niggas want to subscribe if there's lots of ads, but I wouldn't recommend that because the main priority for small streamers is discovery. As you grow, I would recommend it more and more. But I really, truly believe it, bro. Like without ads, and you can see this split here, I pulled it up on purpose. Like on an average day in January, this is a marathon, so I was live the whole day. Keep in mind, there's ads playing the entire day, $4,000. And that's a bad day. Because if this was done in December, that's gonna be $20,000, $25,000. In the months where you are buying more, advertisers are spending more. Black Fridays, Thanksgivings, Christmases, that season hits hard. Summertime, people going on vacation. So this was Twitch, and this is what YouTube looked like in a little bit more of an optimized month. And keep in mind, like these are just clips.
Did he say that was in a month? That's a regular month? Nigga, what? 84,000? That's a regular month? You gotta lock in, bro. We gotta get to this level. We gotta get to this level. Hold on. You gonna do it. Hold on. Gotta optimize my, say, times that by 12. Let's say that's an average month for him. Nigga. That's how much he would make per year if that's an average month for him. That's how much he's like, that's how much that's coming in, bro. Let's continue to lock in. This is crazy. This is crazy.
From the stream, bro. So we take a look. Also, I nailed it on brand deals. We had a lot of mega brand deals that month. And so the overall revenue was fantastic. Even though we spent $500,000.
I'm sorry, I keep stopping this damn video. He made $282,000 that month. He made $282,000 that month. That step, yo, this is crazy. Like, this is actually crazy. That was April. What you spending $500,000 on? That's what I want to know. Where's the $500,000 coming from? We know kind of where the revenue is coming from, but it's the expense I'm trying to figure out. Like, where does nigga spending the $500,000 on? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And still made $282,000 just in April. This was April this year. That's April of this year. $282,000.
We still made money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I spent 500, but I made 800. So that's a winner for us. You want to win more than you lose, because that's how you stay in business. But if you lose, it's not the end of the world. And I really want to say, like, now you have 282,000. What's your next big idea? You get what I'm saying? That's what money does. Like, what's your next big idea? Like, Streamer University, boom. Like, you guys all, I imagine, are creatives. Like, you have good ideas in your notes, in your textbooks, in your phone. Like, that's what helps make it happen. But it's not, but I also don't think you spend 100% of it on that, though. That's why Webull is sponsoring this right here. Because you should also invest it. Whatever avenue you choose to do it in. It could be real estate, it could be investing in stocks, it could be in whatever you feel comfortable in. Get informed. If you need a great trading platform, Webull is your platform. So this is the pocket watching cheat sheet. I'm about to hand it out to y'all, okay? This is gonna give you a nice average. What I want y'all to take from this,
a million YouTube average monthly views. So 1 million YouTube views can get you $15,000 a month. That's in tech and finance, though. Tech and finance could get you 15,000. 1 million views in pranks and guns. That can get you 3,000. 1,000 concurrent viewers, max ads, 100 hours live, 15,000. 1,000 concurrent viewers, no ads, 100 hours live, get you 5,000. 1,000 viewer, low end brand deal. The brand deals gonna be harder to come by. Like, the brand deals are gonna be harder to come by. Now, these, whew, listen, 15,000, bro. That's, man, listen. That's why I'm getting used to doing this now. That's why I'm trying to get my foot in the game right now, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Seeing this shit months ago. When did they do Streamer U? I think it was May, if I'm not mistaken. It was like in May. This is what got me really, like, you know what I'm saying? Let me get my foot in the door. Let me start stepping my shit up with this shit. Cause let me say something. I'm not a content creator. I'm a hustler though. Not really a content creator, but I'm a hustler though. I'm about my bread first. And this is right up my alley right here. I ain't gonna hold you. This is right up my alley. We're gonna get to this. At some point, we're gonna get to this level. We're just gonna have to go hard every day. But we're gonna get to this level.
I'm giving you a few instances of what you can get on the lower end of brand deals, higher end of brand deals. Lower end of ads, higher end of ads. lower end of monthly views on YouTube, higher end of monthly views on YouTube. The reason why I'm giving a range is because if you're in tech and finance on YouTube, you're at the peak. You get hella bread. You might make $15,000 from 1 million views. If you do pranks and IRLs, the chances are you're probably in the mid-range, 3 to 5,000. It's a huge behemoth of a difference. There's no way to just snipe it. You just have to account for the variables. Damn, I haven't looked at chat all stream. I could be getting cooked. Am I getting cooked? Don't let hate Jim off. I never know what to say. Don't let HMR see this. Oh,
yeah. So my mic was muted during that whole time period right then and there, but that's okay because nobody's in this live watching this live, so I'm gonna say it again. Dave Ramsey's a finance channel. If Dave Ramsey is doing $15,000 per million views, he's touching $500,000. He's touching $500,000 per month easily off of just YouTube.
I know. I tell y'all niggas like I'm Mr. Beast, but I did that trying to put as much back into it as I can. Every once in a while I get myself fried, you know? But depends on RPM, you're right, but the RPM is the range. That's what I'm talking about. You know, finance niggas get a higher one, prank niggas get a lower one. So I want y'all to take a look at this cheat sheet. What you need to understand about pocket watching is that it's all variable. You'll make, hold on, quiet down. You'll make more money in September than you will in February. It's true. So but that has to be accounted. Maybe you had a peak month. You can't say a nigga makes that every month. Maybe you had a bad month. You can't say a nigga makes that every month. It's impossible. So you have to account for all the variables. There's a lot. What ad rate they run, right? Even the length of their YouTube videos, because you could fit more ads in a longer YouTube video. That's why a lot of people run them VOD channels, because it's an 8-hour video, bro. You could span that bitch with ads. Like, there's so many variables that this should give you a baseline. If you see a nigga with 2,000 live viewers and you looking at his streaming, like he's probably running about half ads, you can calculate them, watch for an hour, see how much ads he's running. You can find out exactly how much that nigga makes. All right, man, now it's y'all turn to try, right? Let's give it a shot before I do it myself. Get in groups of 2, pocket watch. So all of that to say, it's just a formula. You have the cheat sheet. Just pace it. If there's a nigga getting 2,000 concurrent viewers, the metric is there for 1,000. Scale it up. Do a little bit of quick math, man. I think there's a lot of money in content.
AJ,
yeah.
I just pocket watched Talil, and I'll tell you guys how.
Tell me how much you made.
So Talil has a secret TikTok.
Build a website you love with Wix. For your words,
TikTok account. So that TikTok account, Talil posts 6 times a day.
Damn, 1 minute long?
He makes from that in a month. He makes $134,400 in 1 month off TikTok. He has Snapchat. He posts 23 times a day because he likes LeBron. So when he goes to Twitter, he makes $35,000 a month. And then from Twitch, I didn't make $240K a month.
I love that initiative. Let's clap it up for him. No cap though. Deadass. That's how easy it is. Like you kind of have a lot of what I do is based on like what I'm hearing and even what I'm making. I can base it off of that. But you have the knowledge now. Like you can pocket watch whoever you want to. I also want to say like, there's a lot of money in content now, and that's a lot of the reason why people are getting into content. Those are frauds, okay? A lot of you people here, the reason why you got here is because you genuinely enjoy creating content. that you're a creative and that you want to see your ideas become reality. And so don't lose sight of the creative aspect because you're too busy chasing money, but don't lose sight of the money because you're too busy trying to be creative. At the end of the day, it's hand in hand. Your ability to do both is your ability to operate and execute. Most dudes, before we head out, first thing you got to do is bet on yourself. If you're afraid to do the idea because you think it might backfire, you don't believe in yourself. That doesn't mean take dumb risks. All right, some of my risks, as I showed you, did not pay off financially, but it paid off for me. It fulfilled me as a content creator. So once you start to generate more, work with that. Work with that. That's your operating budget. Now you have an opportunity to cook a little bit more. Help grow your stream. I think consistency is important. In my third class on Sunday, I'm gonna get more into strategy on how to grow as a streamer and stuff I learned and stuff like that. And I also want it to be cooperative. Like if there's things other people learn, we're gonna share it as a class so we all learn. But for today, I'm really just focused on the pocket watching aspect. Bet on yourself, bro. If you don't believe in yourself, who the f will? Hey, the purpose of this talk was I kind of wanted it to be funny, like packaging wise, pocket watching. But I hope you at least learned like one thing that can help you make a little bit more money, bro. Deadass, I hope you did. Appreciate y'all, man.
Did he? This nigga taught the best class at the university. Hands down. He taught the best class at the university. Out of all them classes, outside of his class, the rest of them shits was just for entertainment. This right here was useful. Agent had the most useful class out of the whole university. So that's why the goal for me is, because they just leaked it was going to be another streaming university in 2026. But my goal is to get big enough to where I don't need to be on streaming university. That's the goal. To not need to be on streaming university. Hopefully that can happen. To get big enough to where I don't need to be on streaming university. That's the goal. Not need to be on streaming university. Hopefully that can happen. See, so I'm even watching myself. So that's to show y'all. Hopefully I get big enough to where I don't even have to do no shit like that. But my main thing is get big enough so I don't have to be on there. But more than likely, I'm a qualify to be on Streamer U. I'm a qualify to be on Streamer U. It's probably gonna be like 8 to 10 months. Probably 8 to 10 months to get on there. I'm gonna get on there. I'm gonna bust my ass. I'm gonna get on there. We're gonna run these clips up and I'm gonna get on there. Now with that being said, right, we're gonna exit out of that. Okay, we're gonna go to Google. Right? Agent 00. Told you, man, we was gonna pocket watch Agent. We gonna pocket watch Agent. There are varying reports on Agent 00's net worth, with the most specific figure being a self-reported $4 million. A self-reported $4 million. For July 2025, they estimated Agent 00's gaming monthly earnings between $5,000 and $6,000, paying like $5,000 to $7,000. Small portion of its potential total income includes sponsorships, brand deals, and other ventures. Agent said this in 2024. Y'all lying. See, this is This is great journalism. This is what you call great journalism.
It's probably like it's probably like
$3 to $4 million.
if you don't include business, that's not real money. Like AMP's worth a lot. Yeah, not only a good percentage of that. So that currently would be in someone's net worth, but like because we're not selling it, that's not real money.
What's your net worth?
I don't know. If I calculate myself, I'm gonna tell you what it says.
So it's like 3 to 4 mil. Ain't a net worth about 3 to 4 mil. That's solid. That's solid, bro. He ain't no athlete. See, people gonna look at that and be like, 4 million, that's it. But when you really think about it, bro, you ain't worth shit. Niggas look at 4 million, be like, 4 million ain't much. Nigga, you ain't even worth 4,000. You know what's crazy? I ain't even worth 4,000. Shit, nigga, if I did the math on my... Hold on. Like, my nigga. Because niggas really do see stuff like that, and they be like, man, that ain't shit. And be like, bro, you ain't even worth that much. You ain't even worth that much. I'm not even worth that much. I ain't worth nowhere near that much. If we being 100, I ain't worth that much. Hold on. I'm trying to give y'all some real game real quick. So how net worth works, right? So net worth. Let's go to that. Don't judge that. So net worth is a calculation of your total assets, what you own, minus your total liabilities, what you owe. So if you look at everything, right, with you probably owe more than you own. That's just what it is. See, like, look at here, assets include things like cash, investments, and property, while liabilities include debts like mortgages, student loans, and credit card balances. Now, I don't got no mortgage, but I still owe money for my car. I gotta make car payments. So that's about 9,000 and some change. I don't have student loans. My credit card balance is basically damn near zero. So that's not a worry. But I'm still 9,000 and some change in the hole for the car. And then what I got in my 401k is probably around 4,500. And then right now what I got on me is like 5. So altogether I got like 5,000. But I'm in debt over 9,500. So my net worth is in the negative. Okay? My net worth is in the negative until I pay off this car, or my cash value, my amount of cash and investments I have exceed what I owe on my car. I am still a broke ass nigga. because I'm negative 4,000 when you do the math. So for anybody viewing this video and probably looked at that 4 million and said that 4 million ain't shit, I'm here to tell you, whatever you have ain't shit. You are more than likely in the negative. You have student loans, you're in the negative. You have personal loans, you're in the negative. If you have any type of loans, if you got any type of loans that exceeds the amount of cash you got on you, you are a broke ass nigga. You broke. Okay, now if you got no cash on you and just debt, you probably poor. Like really poor. You're poor. That's not even check to check at that point. You just poor. If you got nothing but debt and no cash, no assets, no nothing. Because I know people who would look at $4 million and be like, oh, that ain't shit. You're crazy. You're crazy. You don't even know what you're talking about at that point. But shout out to Agent for even making that video. But $4 million, brother, that's not bad. That's not bad. But you know who we're going to look up next. Now we got to look at the top dog. Okay? We got to look at the top dog. Alright. That was not glazed. This is just being real. Kai Cenat is the top dog. So that's $14 million. Kai is at 14 million. See, yeah, some people are trying to say Kai's worth over 100 million. Kai's not worth over 100 million. Much love to Kai. I think streamers, there will be a point in time streamers are gonna make like big, be like NBA player money. It's never gonna be, not anytime soon. It's not gonna be in those figures. It's not gonna be in those figures. But don't get me wrong, 14 million is a shit ton of money. You gotta look at another big dog. You gotta look at Ada Ross. He looking at 24 mil. He looking at 24. You gotta look at Speed. Speed is crazy. Speed is at 30 million. That's AOL. AOL reported 30 million. Forbes is saying 20. And Hindustan Times is saying 10. His YouTube earnings is between $2.2 million annually. That's just off YouTube. This nigga Speed is making $2.2 million just off YouTube. This nigga Speed is making $2.2 mil just off YouTube. What are we talking about, bro? Hold on. Oh, well, DDG be talking a lot about money. $8 million. $8 million is a lot. $8 million is a lot. He did say in that Complex interview, but see, if you know DDG be capping a lot. He do it for the clips. Like 12 million in a single month just off of, we would have to see that. We would have to see them numbers. We would have to see them numbers. That means DDG is one of the biggest niggas on the planet. We would have to see the numbers. Like, we have to see the numbers if this is accurate. He'd have to open the books up. If he ain't doing that, first of all, if he was worth that much, the fuck he need to rap for? His music ain't bad, but he wouldn't need a rap if it's really that high. Now Duke is at 2 to 3 mil. I feel like if Duke wanted to, his shit would be way higher than this. He would be right next in like Kai's range. If this is accurate. Duke at 2 to 3 million, Duke would be way higher if he cared enough. Sometimes like Duke don't, you can tell Duke don't really be giving a fuck. Duke drop like 2 or 3 videos a month on his main YouTube channel. Like literally that's it. It'll do 1 million every time. But he legit only drops like 2 to 3 times a month on his main YouTube channel. And then he barely streams. So he really just be out here living life. I don't blame him though. Like he got out the hood. I think his main goal was just getting out the hood, getting his niggas out the hood, and then living life. And he gets paid to do it. Like, I don't blame him. Now this is somebody with so much potential. Like, I feel like Phantom really low key could be the biggest out of the group. He low key could have been. I could have been. Means like it can't happen. It could still happen. Because Phantom is the same age as me. Phantom's only like 28. Him being worth only 1 to 1.5, maybe 2 mil. Again, that's still a lot of money. I don't care what nobody says. It's still a lot of money. But he could be worth just as much as Kai, if not more. But he be on the same type of time Duke be on, where it's kind of like, I got money now, I'm getting my homies out, my family out the hood. I could just live now, so I ain't really mad at him. I ain't mad at him because I'm not in that position. I don't know what I would feel like in that position if I was worth around $2 million. And his monthly income, reportedly his monthly income is $96.4 thousand per month. I'd probably be chilling too. You making $1 million a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, you making over $1 million a year. I'd be chilling too. Phantom probably take the longest breaks out of everybody. Phantom be taking 3 month breaks. I was about to say 4, but probably 3 month breaks. Phantom could be the biggest out of the group. And then Chris Next Door. They ain't even got a price for Chris, bro. What's good with you, Chris? They ain't even got a price for you up here. They can't even estimate really nothing. They saying, yo, Chris, they saying your net worth is $6.87,000. They saying you worth 7 G's, my nigga. I don't think that's accurate at all. I don't think that's accurate. But Chris, you gotta step it up, bro. Chris is another one. Chris Next Door could be one of the biggest content creators in the game, point blank, period. Point blank, period, could be one of the biggest. Chris be bullshitting. Bro. And I fuck with Chris heavy. I fuck with Chris heavy, fuck with Phantom heavy, fuck with Agent heavy. Those are like my 3 main favorite people out of AMP. I won't lie, I'm not a huge Kai fan, but I'm not a Kai hater. I would say I fuck with Duke, but Duke ain't consistent. Duke just be chilling. And then Davis, I don't really fuck with Davis. I feel like Davis be doing too much. Man. I fuck with Chris, I fuck with Phantom heavy, I fuck with Agent heavy. Kai is cool. Duke is cool. I don't really fuck with Davis like that. Yeah, see, they got it. They ain't even got Davis up here. But see, I seen a video. I forgot if it was on Kai's stream or Agent stream. This was years ago. This might have been like 2, 3, 4 years ago. This nigga Davis flashed 1.5 mil in a bank account. So Davis got the bread. It ain't being reported, but Davis got bread. Even though I don't really fuck with Davis like that, I feel like he be on some weird shit, but Davis got money though. I won't lie. Davis got bread. I remember that video. He got it was over $1 million in a sitting in account. It looked like a Bank of America account or a Wells Fargo account. I forget what bank it was, but he had the bread sitting in there. He got cash. He got cash. Them A&P niggas getting money. Them A&P niggas is getting money. A whole lot of it. We got, I think that's why a lot of people try to do content houses. That's why I think the new phase was trying to get that situated. But then, like, losing Blackboy Max, that's like losing Steph Curry. Honestly, that's like losing Steph Curry. If Kai is LeBron, Max is Steph Curry. Like, Max does big numbers. Max got a shit ton of subscribers. He don't pull the numbers that Kai be pulling, but Max got his own lane, his own style, and Max be pulling numbers. Like, big numbers. So it's a little tough right now for FaZe, because you losing Steph, that's tough. Don't get me wrong though, like when you look at like Staple Ronaldo's numbers and you look at Jason Wing's numbers, like that's like if Steph left the 2017 Warriors. You still got a KD, a prime Klay Thompson over there. You still got a prime Draymond Green over there. Silky would be Draymond Green. They still got prime. They still got a prime team over there. Prime Andre Iguodala. Like, FaZe still got a prime team over there. Like, I'm not hating on FaZe. FaZe still got a prime team over there. They still pulling numbers. If you go look at their Twitch streams, they're pulling numbers in the 20,000s, 30,000s. So they still doing their thing over there. But again, like, Max was like the Steph Curry of that team, though. Max was the Steph Curry of that team. Like, we look at, all right, we're gonna pocket watch FaZe real quick. Damn, Max, they can't even pull your earnings up. But see, here's the problem with Max. Max be burning through money. That nigga be burning through money. So let me see something that's okay. Estimated Blackboy Max at 8 million. So Forbes was saying 5 months ago, Max is worth 8 million. So Max is worth 8 mil. Max is worth 8 mil. He probably will be worth more. He probably will be worth more, but we remember that video where they saw Max, this nigga's Max spent basically $1 million, didn't know where it went. I think that was 2024 or 2023. This nigga dropped $1 million somewhere and didn't even know where the million went. That shit was crazy seeing that. But it's 8 mil, even though he be blowing through that money, it's still 8 million. Let's go to your Rage. 2 million. Rage been in the game for a long time. 2 million. That's a solid 2 mil. That's a solid 2 mil. And Rage don't even be trying to be like the biggest streamer either. Like on some real shit, he don't even be trying to be the biggest streamer, but he do his thing. 2 mil, that ain't bad. But I heard agents say Rage be blowing through his bread though. He be spending a lot of money. He bringing in a lot, but he be spending a lot. That's an issue. That's an issue. Now they saying his is unknown. They saying Stay With Ronaldo's is unknown. Shout out to Stay With Ronaldo. He be repping Jersey. I think he from Cherry Hill though. We don't really claim Cherry Hill. If you ain't from Essex County, you're not really from Jersey. Just keeping it a buck. You ain't really from Essex County, you're not really from Jersey. Don't nobody be in Cherry Hill, bro. But shout out to Cherry Hill. They saying that his shit is any. All right, let's go to that. Let's say it is 6.2 million. Again, that's a strong amount of money. That's a strong amount of money. Some niggas don't even touch $1 million in their whole life. Honestly. So, that's a lot of bread. Now, they don't have really Jason shit on there. Jason, you worth 1 point.
I can't. I mean, you could guess mine. I'm under. 1.3.
What's the answer?
If you guess the month.
Oh my god, dude. Big boy over here.
This nigga Jason making about one. He made like 1.5 a year. He's making like 1.5 to like 1.7. Like 1.5 to 1.7. I told you them phase niggas making bread, bro. I left out. Hold on. We left out the Wooski. We left out the Wooski. Alright, they saying Silky worth about 1 mil. He worth about 1 mil. That's listen, that ain't bad, bro. That's no hate shit, bro. That's $1 million is $1 million. I don't care what nobody say. They talking about some $1 million ain't shit. You get an average nigga in the street $1 million cash right now. That'll change his life right then and there. If $1 million ain't shit, somebody drop off $1 million cash to me right now. If $1 million ain't shit, give me $1 million cash right now. Give me $1 million cash right now. See, some niggas be asking them stupid questions like, yo, what would you do for $1 million? Now, I ain't gonna sell my soul for $1 million. That's just out of the question. You don't have to do all that to get the mill. But $1 million is still somewhat life-changing. As long as you manage your $1 million right, it's life-changing. You ain't gotta go buy the biggest fucking house. You can get you a nice little house, pay that shit off easy. Boom. Because we talking $1 million tax-free, go get you a crib. Get you a nice little crib out the way. It ain't even gonna cost that much. And you still gonna have over $500,000 left. After you buy the crib, everything's paid for, everything's straightened out. Get you a nice little car. You don't need a $100,000 car. You can get you a $30,000 car. $35,000 car. And still be straight. You still gonna have over $600,000 after that. You straight after that. All you need is the crib and transportation. Y'all niggas be doing the extra shit. You really just need a crib and transportation. That's really all you need. You need a crib and you need transportation. Everything else is extra. Buying like 30, 40 cars, that's extra. Buying 5 houses, that's extra. Give me $1 million, yo, I'm getting me a nice little house out the way. Give me a nice little brand new car, and it'll be straight. We straight. I could do that with $500,000 and still have $100,000 left. Y'all niggas need to get right, man. But $1 million for Silky, that's straight. Like I said, even without Max being on phase, even without him being on phase, that's still a strong team over there. That's still a strong team over there. I'm talking about the new phase. That's still a strong team over there. They still a strong team right now. Salute to them niggas, because that's still a strong squad over there. I won't lie. I won't lie. But to get back, because I want to finish this up. I want to finish this up with like real life pocket watching, right? So like I said, this is how much the average shift supervisor, my job title, it's how much they making. Always check the market for yourself. Always check the market. See, this ain't bad though. This amount of money per year. Now somebody would say that ain't shit, right? $35,000 ain't shit depending on what you've been doing with your $35,000. That's what makes $35,000 ain't shit. See, I'm about to show y'all something real quick. Okay. I've been on this job since I was 19. So it's 9 years. So let's say I average out to $32,000 a year. Let's say it averages out to $32,000 a year from age 19 to 28. So that's 9 years. So 32,000 times 9. Okay? That's how much. Okay? That's how much. That's how much you bringing in even after taxes. Okay? I've touched over $250,000. And anybody else that's making between that $30 to $35 range after taxes, you have touched over $250,000 over a certain amount of time. That's basic. I mean, it's basic math. It's basic math. I ain't even need a calculator to tell you that. But you touching over $250,000 over a certain amount of time. Don't be like me, where you touched over $250,000 over a 9-year span before you reach the age of 30, and you don't have much. You know what I'm saying? You don't have much. Okay, all those sneakers and clothes and hats and all that shit ain't worth nothing. That shit ain't worth nothing. I went out here, worked hours upon hours upon hours upon hours upon hours upon hours, and physically touched over $250,000 over my tenure at my job so far. At 28 years old, I've touched nearly $300,000 that have touched my bank accounts. And I just sat here and told you my net worth is still in the negative. That means to tell you, don't be bullshitting with the bag. Respect the bag. I don't care what bag it is. I don't care if it's a regular retail job bag, stripper bag, you know what I'm saying, OnlyFans bag, you selling your dick online bag, whatever bag you get, feet pick bag, respect your bag. Whatever you get, however you get your money, respect your money. Because if you don't respect the money that you earning, you end up broke. You end up broke. Okay? You end up broke. Now, I ain't completely fucked up, as you can tell. Like, I'm not completely fucked up. But from the information I just gave you, I could be in a much much better position and much better space had I respected the bag from the beginning. Had I respected the bag from the beginning, be in a much better space. Much better. I'd be sitting here with 1,000 people in my live instead of 0. I'd be popping right now if I respected my bag and invested in myself when I was supposed to, the correct way. You gotta do things the right way, man. You gotta be patient and respect the bag. Patience and respecting the bag. That's it. Patience, respect the bag. I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. Honestly, I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I'm doing an hour a day. I got my clips off. Did my pocket watching. Now I'm about to bust this video down. Get these clips off, and we're gonna be back at it. Pocket watch Wednesdays. We're gonna keep pocket watching now. These pocket watching streamers. I'm gonna find out who we gonna pocket watch next. But yeah. Y'all stay tuned, man. Y'all stay tuned.